Hello, happy gamers. A few years ago, Poppy Playtime was one of the biggest horror games in the world. Millions of players, millions of views. Everyone wanted to know what happened inside Playtime Company. But today, more and more players are calling it one of the most hated mascot horror franchises. So, how did that happen? Here's what happened. When Chapter 1 released, players loved it. The atmosphere was fresh. Huggy Wuggy became an internet phenomenon. Every new chapter felt like a huge event. But after a while, players started noticing the same pattern. Chase sequence, puzzle, another chase, another puzzle, again and again. One player summed it up perfectly, writing, "Poppy Playtime became quality slop. Chase sequence, puzzle, chase sequence, puzzle." And honestly, that's probably the criticism you see the most today. The graphics kept improving. The monsters looked better. But many fans felt the gameplay barely changed. Then the story started receiving criticism too. Another player posted, "Chapter 4 and 5 were both mid at best. It's clear the game is starting to be dragged out and milked." That opinion spread quickly. Instead of answering old mysteries, new characters kept appearing while the ending felt further away than ever. For many fans, Chapter 5 felt less like a conclusion and more like another setup for Chapter 6. Then came one of the biggest moments. A post highlighted that Markiplier called Chapter 5 poorly made and said he wouldn't be playing Chapter 6. Whether you agree with him or not, when one of the creators who helped make Poppy Playtime famous walks away from the series, people notice. That only fueled even more criticism online. Soon, players weren't just criticizing the game, they were criticizing the community. One fan wrote, "Why are we saying it's just not for you when someone points out valid problems? Don't we want the games to be good?" That tweet resonated with thousands of players because most of the criticism wasn't coming from people who hated Poppy Playtime, it was coming from fans who wanted it to be better. Now, does this mean Poppy Playtime is a bad game? Not necessarily. Chapter 5 still has a very positive rating on Steam, and plenty of players enjoyed its lore and characters. But one thing is clear, the conversation around Poppy Playtime has completely changed. Instead of asking, when is the next chapter? People are now asking, will Chapter 6 finally fix the problems? And that might be the biggest challenge MOB Entertainment has ever faced. If you enjoy breaking down the biggest gaming stories instead of just reading the headlines, stick around. We've got plenty more coming.